I'm Carl Anthony, and welcome to AutoSens, the world's leading community for ADAS and autonomous vehicle technology development. We create best-in-class events, training, and information to connect engineers, scientists, and many other automotive industry experts across the globe. We are joined today by Gualtiero Bagnuoli, the marketing manager for the optical product sensor line at Melexis. And Gualtiero, welcome to AutoSens, and good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again, Carl, as well. It's been a while.
It has been a while. We talked in November of 2020, and so so again, been a while. When we talked back in November of 2020, you had reached a milestone as a company that was pretty significant. You had 1 million time-of-flight sensors shipped to the industry. So give us an overview of Melexis, Gualtiero, and get us up to speed on some of the latest developments since we last talked.
Well, since we talked last time, indeed, we were able to get, let me say, 3 new projects at 3 new different OEMs. So the time-of-flight business is growing, and we see clearly good attraction in the market for this kind of technology. And about Melexis, I remember that by that time, there were around 12 IC per car in average, while today there are 18 chips, from Melexis in average in any car. So we see clearly a strong pull from the industry for this kind of sensing technology provided by Melexis.
Right. So when it comes to time-of-flight technology, we have viewers and attendees that are new to AutoSens all the time. How would you describe time-of-flight, Gualtiero, for somebody who's maybe just coming to AutoSens or is not familiar with the technology? How would you explain time-of-flight technology that Melexis has? How would you describe it?
Well, a time-of-flight camera, basically, it's a camera which provides, along with the standard, I would say 2D information, so your grayscale image, provide the distance for each pixel, each point in the image. And the key point of this technology is that because of the distance information, it's more reliable. Because with the standard camera, you have to distinguish between yourself and the background, looking for contrast in the scene, different between the color and the shape. While with time-of-flight, you can clearly distinguish that the wall is far behind you and you are in front, and in front of you there is something else, which is a microphone and so on. So I would say that in comparison with 2D technology is about reliability and robustness, about changing light condition, which could affect conventional 2D camera.
Right. Now, when it comes to in-cabin monitoring, Gualtiero, which is a topic we have discussed in the past, and certainly in the last couple of years, it's become one of the biggest trends right now in automotive. So I'd like to get your thoughts on in-cabin, and then specifically what innovations Melexis has for its customers who need in-cabin solutions right now.
For in-cabin, as you know, over the last couple of years, we released new product, our 3rd generation time-of-flight sensor. And right now, our focus is on cooperation with software vendor in order to provide a solution that can be tested using our evaluation kit in a way that the customer can get familiar and can assess the performance and the robustness of the technology itself. For in-cabin, today we see basically 2 mainstream. One is, I would say, enhanced driver monitor system. So looking at the driver, but trying to capture more about what's going on, even applying gesture and the body position and so on. And then we have the traditional in-cabin or on-board monitoring system, where the goal is really to cover what's going on inside the vehicle. Today, the main focus is on the front row. So driver-passenger interaction with HMI, how to deploy airbag. And we see quite some interesting pull from, how to say, safety-related feature.
Right.
like I mentioned, airbag or things like that, where indeed you need to be able to rely on the information you get from the sensing technology you're using.
Right. Gualtiero, when your customers come to you, what are some of the biggest challenges that they're facing? What are some of the biggest pain points that they have? Is it power consumption? Is it cost? Is it form factor? Give us an idea of some of the challenges that you help your customers solve and address.
Well, for sure, today cost is one of the challenge because you know, this technology has not yet the number we can see in conventional 2D cameras, so it's not yet there, and therefore the costs are not yet on par. Even though in the long run, I mean, there's no reason why time-of-flight technology should be more expensive. Another challenge is that this technology is still pretty new, and that's why we really have to work together with partners to try to have an ecosystem around this technology in order to help the customer to move forward, because there are different competencies that you cannot, maybe you may not have all together in the same department, because it's about you know, camera, it's optical expertise, but as well you need to have high speed PWM with high current, which is a slightly different expertise.
This is a great transition, because I wanted to talk to you about your third-party collaborations, which you're known for. So you're talking about creating this ecosystem. So Gualtiero, tell us, what are some of the goals of the collaborations that you have with third parties, and why are they important for Melexis as a company?
Well, let's talk about the latest collaboration we have with Multicoreware. And well, we had initial discussion, and we were, you know, time of flight, you get the distance. Because of the distance, you can have a reliable face recognition. You cannot cheat the system, but you have to prove that. And that's why with Multicoreware, we said, okay, let's build a demo, a software, to prove that the technology is indeed capable of delivering better performance, and it's safe against spoofing and so on. And that's indeed will be, I hope I'm not going to spoil, but this will be indeed the topic that will be addressed by the speech of Multicoreware, to indeed report which are the real performance, the achievement, the challenges and the advantages of this technology, in order to allow the customer to make a choice at the end. Because, I mean, if you don't know the technology, you need to collect as many as possible data in order to decide whether you want to invest or not on something new.
Right. I want to recommend for our viewers the Melexis YouTube channel. Tons of great information, videos, and resources on there. One thing I wanted to pick your brain on, Gualtiero, and I saw this in one of your videos on your YouTube channel, is this idea of believing in engineering with a purpose, and that Melexis is about engineering with a purpose. Share your thoughts with us. What does it mean to engineer with a purpose?
At the end, when you start to a new concept or a new product, you can start from, okay, I want to take advantage of a certain technology, or I want to leverage this or that, or you can start from what the customer is looking for. That's really, for us, the purpose is to develop something that it's really meant to solve a pain of our customer. And that's why you see Melexis has a strong focus on sensing and drive, because there are synergy, because usually you need to detect something in order to actuate something. So there is a synergy, even in terms of technology. And there is a synergy in terms of expertise we need to have inside the company in order to talk about the solution that the customer is looking for. It doesn't mean that we can work out the right solution. I mean, there are always some trade-off. But the idea is really to start from what the customer is looking for, what they need to address the new challenge. Now we are talking about electrification, we are talking about comfort or safety. It's really designing starting from the customer input.
And with that in mind, Gualtiero, for our viewers who are watching right now, who may be potential customers, what is I mentioned the YouTube channel, of course, but what is the best way to get in contact with Melexis so they can learn more about what you're doing?
Well, not recently, but it's already in place since more than 1 year, we reshape our website because it was a kind of, old style, and we reshape really with this kind of mindset. If the customer or someone is looking for some information, they want to get in touch with Melexis or discover more about the product. I mean, we designed the new website really having in mind this kind of approach, user-friendly, and the customer should be able to get wherever you want to get in 2-3 clicks, no more, instead of too many options and filter and complex interaction. I think Melexis is a good starting point website.
Yes. So again, we'll recommend the Melexis homepage, newly redesigned website, recently redesigned website, and of course the YouTube channel. I enjoyed the Melexis Academy. Lots of great information on there. Gualtiero, want to thank you for your time, for sharing your expertise and your thought leadership with us. It's great to get caught up with you again. From all of us here at AutoSens, we want to wish you the best of luck going forward, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Carl, and I look forward to see the people attending AutoSens in Detroit.
That sounds good. We'll have a coffee together during the break, and we'll expand on this conversation, my friend.
Yes. Okay.
For more interviews like this, subscribe to the AutoSens YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter. For more information on our world-class events and technical training, visit auto-sense.com. That's auto-sense.com. In Detroit, on behalf of AutoSens, I'm Carl Anthony.